Hey YouTube, it's Shaniqua, aka Gemini Curls, and welcome to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a comparison between the Denman brush and two knockoffs that I recently bought. So let's jump right in. Okay, so first brush we're going to talk about is obviously the original Denman brush. This brush is really popular in the natural hair community because it has a rubber base and it's modifiable, so you can choose the number of rows of bristles that you have, and it's just famous for having a lot of give and being gentle on natural hair. If you followed my channel for a while, then you probably know I've gone back and forth with the Denman for quite some time, but I've decided that I do like it. It is gentle on my hair, and I like the fact that I'm able to modify it. So this was originally a 7-row brush, and I removed every other one so that now it's 4. So the next one we're going to talk about is a knockoff made by Andi. So here's the Andi brush, and on first glance, it and the Denman are very, very similar. They are similar in size and shape. They both have a red rubber cushion, and they both have 7 rows of bristles originally, but I went ahead and modified this one the same way as the Denman to make it a fair comparison. But looks is pretty much where the similarity ends. If you can see, the Denman brush has a lot of give. I'm squeezing it very lightly, and the bristles are moving pretty much exactly where I want them to, and it's not really giving me a lot of resistance. Now, if I squeeze the Andi brush the exact same way, there's a huge difference. You can see I'm putting the exact same amount of pressure, but the bristles aren't moving anywhere near as much. And when I first handled the Andi brush, I was really kind of turned off because I was like, this is supposed to be a Denman knockoff basically, and it's nowhere near as gentle. And if I'm buying something for it to be gentle on my hair, that's exactly what it needs to be. Not saying that this brush is necessarily super rough. I haven't used it on my hair yet, obviously, because I'm still in my 2-strand twists, but I was just really turned off by the amount of resistance that this brush has. Like, the bristles are barely moving, and if I put that same amount of pressure on the actual Denman brush, you can see there's a huge difference. Like, even the bristles in the next row move because of the give in the actual base. Now, this rubber base feels like plastic to me. It's very, very stiff. I'm going to see if I can show you guys this. If I actually push on the Denman's base, I can actually get my finger to bend a lot. And you see the bristles are even moving with that. If I do the same thing to the Andi brush, you can see there's no bristle movement, and my finger is barely having an impact on the base. So this brush was kind of a fail for me. Let me show you the packaging. This is the packaging that it came in. The brush was just kind of stuck through this little hole, and there was a twisty tie holding it like this. So that was the original packaging. And I paid $2.99 before tax for this from my local beauty supply store. So the next brush I got from Sally's. I went into the store kind of on a whim just to see if they had any brushes that were comparable to the Denman but not as high in price. And I came across this one. This is a 9-row silicone based brush. So this is not rubber, this is actually silicone. And it has 2 more rows than my Denman brush, but there are 9-row Denmans. And as you can see, I didn't modify this brush because I was actually really impressed with the amount of give that it has. You can see it's pretty much just like the Denman in the amount of give that I'm able to show you guys just from pinching it with my fingers. If it's not the exact same, it may actually have more. I'm not sure because, again, I haven't modified it because I was just really impressed with how it felt. I think my Denman had a little bit more resistance when I first got it, but after taking out every other row and using it, it's kind of been broken in. And I thought that the case would be the same with the Andi brush, so I've been kind of you know, playing with it and just really trying to get that same amount of give, but it's just not happening. Like, the bristles are just way too stiff. And I don't even want to put it on the bristles. It's the base that really gives the brush the amount of give that it has. And this base is just really, really stiff. And I just don't think it will even compare to the Denman, because even though aesthetically it looks just like it, except for that it has a tan base. And it actually said Annie right here, but in the few days since I bought it, I actually bought it on April 9th, it's already rubbed away, and I haven't even used this brush yet. That's just been from me playing with it. So you can tell this is kind of low quality. Now, this brush, the purple one, the purple brush is by a company called Beautique. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, so this is by Beautique, and it also says Beautique on the handle right here. And both this brush and the original Denman brush retail for $9.99 at Sally's, but if you have a Beauty Club card, the Denman will be reduced in price by $1, so you'll end up paying $8.99, and the Beautique brush will be reduced by $2, so you'll pay $7.99. So I thought that was actually a pretty good deal, so I said, you know, it's not a whole lot cheaper than the Denman, but what can I really have to lose? If I don't like it, I can bring it back. I'm going to show you the packaging. So this is the packaging for the Beautique brush. It's pretty nice. This little tan insert actually, hold on. Yes?
It's time to eat.
Okay. So this little insert actually feels kind of like, it's got kind of a velvety feel, which I thought kind of added to the quality of the product, you know. Kind of makes it feel a little more high-end. So I'm just going to read you the description on the back of the box. And it says, Beautique Silicone Styling Brush. Brush design provides ergonomic handle for maximum control, maximum hair penetration, ideal for long, thick, or curly hair. Smooth nylon pins for gentle care of scalp. Silicone material provides excellent resistance to many chemicals, fluids, and oils encountered in salon services, heat resistance, and durability. And then it says it again in 2 other languages. So I thought that this was a pretty good deal, you know, getting $2 off for renewing my Beauty Club card membership, and the fact that, you know, I got 2 extra rows, and I was just really impressed with the give right off the bat. I don't even really want to remove the extra rows from this because I kind of want to see how it works first, because I did the same thing with the original Denman. I kept all of the rows in before I decided to remove them, so I'm going to do the same thing. And I honestly don't even think I'm going to use this Andi brush. I may give it away. My mom really liked it. So that's one thing you can consider. The reason my mom liked it so much was because she said, because this brush is a lot stiffer than the Denman and the Beautique brush, it will be better for stimulating her scalp. She likes stuff that really gets to her scalp and helps to massage it, kind of. So if you're someone like that who really wants that scalp stimulation, then the Andi knockoff may actually be a good option for you. But if you're someone like me who wants the most gentle tool possible, then I'm going to say either go ahead and get the Denman or try out the Beautique. Obviously, I haven't detangled with any of these yet, so I want to make that very clear. But just on touch and feel, you know, on my kinesthetic senses alone, the Beautique brush is a comparable item to the Denman, and I actually recommend it. I'm kind of excited to take my twists out because I do want to try this out really bad, and kind of scared to put this in my hair just because it is so stiff. But you know, I may use it. I may keep this for a giveaway. I don't know. So all of these brushes are modifiable, just like the original Denman, obviously. And if you don't know how to modify a Denman, I'm actually going to show you with the Andi brush because it's a lot easier to modify than the Denman. So you literally just slide it out just like that. And then in the back, it opens up to reveal each row of bristles. And then you have the option to either put rows back in or just pull them out. And then when you're done, close it back up like so. and then just slide it right back into the handle. Something that I actually like about the Beautique brush over the original Denman is that this one is very, very easy to modify. The original Denman kind of, it's really hard to pull this base out. If it's not wet, I sit here and struggle trying. Yeah, see, I'm not even going to do it because it's just going to be a pain. That base is really secure in the handle, which is a good thing, but when it comes time to modify, it's really annoying. Whereas the Beautique brush hasn't been wet, hasn't come in contact with any oil or anything. This is just off, you know, my first time since purchasing it, and it comes out very, very easily. And same exact thing, you know, open it up, and then you can remove or add rows at your will. And then when you're ready to close it back up, you just close these little handles. And for some reason, this has two J's on the ends of this thing. I don't know why, because the brand is Beautique, but you know, whatever, we'll go with it. So again, you just close that up, and then take your handle and just slide it right back in. And it goes right back in. With the Denman, I really have to sit and struggle to modify it because the rubber cushion just doesn't want to come out of the handle, and then once I'm ready to put it back in, I'm always left with some of it sticking out, and I can't get it to go all the way back down to the bottom of the base, and that's really annoying. So I actually like that about the Beautique brush better than the Denman. So I hope that's been helpful. I just kind of wanted to share with you guys the knockoffs that I recently bought. I'm always looking for the next best product, even though I really shouldn't, because I kind of know what works for me, and I'm just kind of throwing away money at this point. But I'm a girl, what can I say? I like my hair products. So that was the comparison between the original Denman brush, the Andi knockoff, and the Beautique styling brush. Again, both the Denman and the Andi have 7 rows, and the Beautique has 9. Both of these are rubber based, though I feel the Andi is much stiffer than the Denman, and this is a silicone base with about the same amount of give, if not more, than the Denman. The Andi retailed for $2.99, the Denman was for $9.99, and so is the Beautique. However, if you have a Sally's Beauty Club card, the Denman will be $8.99 and the Beautique will be $7.99. So I hope you guys like that. I hope it was helpful. And please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.